I keep losing storage on my phone, so I just fucking deleted pretty much everything. I think it's the 4K. Anyway, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn your fucking heat up to about a medium. You don't want to turn it too high. That way the outside doesn't get like seared and then the inside is still fucking raw. So you're gonna let that heat up a little minute. I like to throw like the blood and stuff in here with the onions, especially if you don't have butter, dude. That's the way to go. I don't have butter right now, which is also why the potatoes are pretty thick. But it's good that I don't have butter, because if I had butter, I'd probably be a little thicker than I'm supposed to be, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'll show you what's good after this heats up a little bit. All right, so now what you're gonna do is get you a little spoon. And I told you earlier, I don't have garlic, or I mean, I don't have butter. I have garlic cloves and I've got garlic. Now, since I don't have any, what's it called? Butter, I'm gonna use garlic. And garlic is good for the liquid. I gotta get this bitch open first, hold up. All right, garlic is open, didn't struggle at all. So, what you're gonna do, get you some garlic, man. I like a lot, especially with my steaks. Woo, it's good, man, it's good. You definitely don't have to put this much, but I'm doing it mostly for the liquid, you know what I'm saying? So that way my steak doesn't like burn on the top, on the stove top. Now, like I said, this is a fucking lot of garlic, but I like a lot of garlic. So hopefully you never have to smell me in public. Joking. But you're gonna wanna heat this up a little bit. Start stirring it around. All your onions and everything inside. Boom. Stir it up a little bit. Like I said, I like the blood. It's a good flavor, especially in your steak. I like medium rare, which is what I'm teaching you how to cook today. So, you're gonna throw your big boy steak off in here. Boom. Grab the meat, set it in there. Now, you don't want it covered, because it'll start to steam and cook faster than you really want it to. And, you know, that's not good. Nobody I know likes a well-done steak, because who the fuck does? Anyway, yes, and you can snack on your potatoes while you wait. And I will argue that cooking a steak is better on the grill. I know a lot of people prefer it on the grill, but honestly, if you can do it really well on a stovetop, bro, the juice will sit in there. It won't like just fall into the fire. My grandmother used to make fantastic steaks on the grill, bro. Ooh. But yeah, basically what I'm doing is just throwing the, that's on the phone. Throwing my leftover onions into a Ziploc bag. That way, whenever I want to cook with the onions again, it's not gonna be hard. Real quick, as your steak is cooking, you can see how like right here on the edge, it's starting to brown a little bit. That's very good. What I like to do with my steaks is I'll turn them on the side, and then this liquid that comes out, I'll throw it on top of the steak. That way it's like basting itself, if that makes sense. And in my opinion, it turns out fucking good, dude. And I know, cause look, I'm a big dude. You know what I mean? Big dude. But yeah, you're just gonna let that sear on there for a little bit, and then you'll flip it. Also, another important step I left out, while my steak is cooking, I'm going to throw salt and pepper in here. You know, if you don't season your potatoes, which I already did with Hidden Valley, but it's not good enough. You need salt and pepper, bro. Big time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now is the important part. The steak is off of the pan, fresh out. What you're gonna want to do is let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. This is the crucial part of cooking a steak. Now, if you want it nice and medium rare, let it sit for about 5 minutes. If you want it a little less cooked, which I don't know why you would, then only do 3 minutes. But the heat will make it cook throughout as it's sitting. And before you cut it, that way the blood doesn't just like bleed out. It can sit there and soak in its own juices, and it becomes magnifique. Magnifucking good, baby. Now that the steak has been sitting, Boom. We are going to cut it right in half, my guys. And this is a fucking beautiful steak, bro. Absolutely. Delicious. Delicious. Yaga. God damn, that's good. Honestly, this isn't medium rare. It's a little more rare, but that's okay, dude. I love me some bloody steak, man. Then, basically, put however much fucking potatoes you want on your plate, and then you can fucking munch down, my guy. Pretty simple stuff. Nothing too crazy. And yeah, you're good to eat, bro. You're good to eat. And this has been Cooking with the Chef, dude. Cooking with the Chef, dude.